This is crazy, guys. Look how much water's coming through this creek now. G'day guys, Mitch here from Speedy's Prospecting. Hope you're doing well. Now if you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, well thanks for coming back. Now today it's wet. It's very wet. It's been raining for the last 2 days. We've copped about 20 or 30 mil. Still raining at the moment. The last couple of weeks it's been bone dry, no water at all to pan in. So I've taken this opportunity to come out. It is raining, it's bucketing down. I'm going to get wet, but there is water around that I can pan in today, so I'm going to take this opportunity and hopefully we can find some gold today. So guys, let's get into it. The gold isn't going to find itself. As you can see, there's a couple of puddles around that I can use to pan in. It's more water than what I've had in previous days. But the plan today is to continue this crevice here that I found some decent gold in. I want to try and move some of this overburden out of the way and hopefully find a couple of nice little bits of gold hiding in there. So as you can see, there's a fair bit of overburden and big rocks all around the place, so I want to try and get rid of the top layer of dirt and gravel here and get down onto the bedrock, and we'll pan out some of the material and hopefully there's a bit of gold in there. So I've come to terms with the fact that I'm going to get wet. It's pretty much inevitable, but yeah, hopefully there's a bit of gold for today's efforts, but we'll see. Now this right here is where I managed to pull the gold nugget out of, and the crack follows down through here, so I'm hoping that the gold's going to follow this same fault, and hopefully there's a nice little deposit of gold here. I'm just going to work the cracks in the bedrock, give it a real good clean out, and cross my fingers. So we'll go see if we can find a place to pan this, and hopefully we can end up with a bit of gold in our pan. So in the first pan, there's about 3 or 4 little dots of gold, so that's a good start. So we'll just keep working this spot. So we'll go pan out the second pan. So in that second pan, I've managed to find a nice little piece of gold here. Don't know if it's big enough to pick up. There you go. It's not huge, but it's a good start. Now so far I've managed to find a couple of bits of gold, nothing too big. About 5 or 6 little specks and one decent piece of gold. So there is gold in here, just don't know how big or how much, but we're just going to keep scraping this crevice out and we'll gather all the material and we'll work this crevice until there's no more material to get. Hopefully there's some nuggies hiding in here. So pan number 4 gave us one tiny speck of gold. So I wasn't finding too much gold in this crevice here, wasn't really paying out, but I've shifted some of the overburden that was in front of this rock, and it looks like this bedrock, part of the big rock here, slants down into a bit of a crevice bowl area here. Now there is a couple of crevices in here as well. I did a test pan of just some of this sort of top gravelly area, and I did pick up one decent piece of gold and 3 or 4 other flecks. So I'm going to dig this area and hopefully find a little bit of gold for you. So after getting the top material out of that crevice, managed to find this gold. 2 nice pieces there and a chunk of lead. See if I can get these bits of gold up for you. They're not quite pickers, but I got them. I'll take that any day. So this here is the spot that I just managed to pull those 2 pieces of gold out of. So I'm going to grab all this material and pan it out. Hopefully find a nice piece of gold. Now the material in here is pretty thick consistency, full of clay and gravels, and tight packs too with rocks. Hopefully there's some good stuff in this one. What I thought was the bottom is definitely not. So we'll go pan this one out. So I've just been working this area here where the bedrock slopes down into a bit of a bowl, and I managed to find these 2 pieces of gold here. So the size of the gold's starting to pick up, so hopefully there's some bigger stuff in underneath. So I'm just going to keep digging, move some of this overburden and pan some of it as I go and see if there's any gold in amongst it. If not, I'll get rid of that and pan the material underneath. Hopefully we find some good gold. Look at this, the water's just started coming in. There goes my bag. We better get out of here. Look at this, the water's coming. Gather up all the gear because it has started pouring. Grab this gold pan. The creek bed. This is cool. So the creek bed is fairly well dry at the moment, as you can see. And the creek's just starting to fill up from all this rain. Have a look at it. It's coming through. It really is pretty crazy how fast this water can come out of nowhere though. 5 minutes is all it took. So guys, 5 minutes ago, this here was a dry creek bed, a couple of water puddles. Now, look how much water has come in. It's just raced on down from the hills and filled this creek right up. Now, I'm not sure if you'd call me crazy or stupid, but the rain's put quite a bit of a dampener on today's effort, so I'm going to pack up, call it quits for the day and head home, get dry. So I'll quickly show you the gold that I ended up getting for today's efforts. Empty out the bottle. I'll give this a bit of a swirl around for you. go, there's the gold starting to show up now. So, got about 5 nice little bits of gold there, and the rain's washing them away, but nothing huge. But you really can't complain when you're pulling bits of gold out of the creek like this. This is crazy, guys. Look how much water's coming through this creek now. Raging. Doesn't take long for things to change. It's really coming down now, so I'm going to get out of here. If you enjoyed today's episode, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. But until next time, stay safe and I'll see you soon.